Hey everybody, this is Grace, and in this video I'm going to talk about when a narcissist and an empath meet for the first time. Now, one of the things that, this is just my opinion on all of this, is that what happens is they realize, the narcissists realize that the empath is not so stupid. You know, they're kind of smart. They catch on what's going on, what the person's about. And they sense it just as we sense it. In them, they sense it in us that, you know, we're not weak. We might expose them. So they immediately, the first chance they have to be around somebody else with you, is they immediately start their game. Okay, and how they begin is infantilizing you, making you look like a child, you know, treating you as a child. But when another person is there, it seems to the other person as a compliment to you, such as this. This actually happened to me about 5 months ago. I met this woman for the first time. She's just a few years older, and I had a witness, and what she did was to say, "Oh, you look so much younger than your age." You know, well, she said it in a different voice, but you get it. And what that says is that I am a little young and naive. You know, that's what it's setting in place. But the other person, the witness, would think, "Oh, she's just being nice. She says you look younger than your age." You know, we're such an age society here. But yeah, she's setting it up that there's that hint there that you're younger, and you're naive. You're not as mature as they. You're not at the same level. You see? Okay. So the narcissist has already put out there, at least to one witness, that they're nice to you, and put out this subliminal message that you're, you know, not as mature, not as smart. You're a little young, you know, younger than they. Okay, so they've set that up to where now they can go about what they love to do. The little sadistic side to them is to do the pushing your buttons, to bring about the crazy making, to make you start to look like you're insane. Now, they love to make people who are actually rather healthy. You might have some anxiety because of all that you've seen before, you know, something along that line, avoidant personality traits because of the insanity that you've seen from these kinds of people. But overall, you're rather normal. Your reactions, the way you treat people, it's all usually normal. They love to make those people, the people like us, look like we're the crazy ones, you know. So that way they can do whatever they want. And it looks like it's you, however, is the one with the problem, not them. Or that it's just your immaturity, not them. Okay, now when it happened to me, when she first said, "Oh, you know, you look so much younger than your age," and, you know, a different voice that was supposed to be complimentary, you know, complimenting me. My mind was set on that she's going to try to infantilize me. Anybody around my age or older does that, yeah, it's what it means, and I was not wrong in this time either. That's exactly what she continued to do for like 5 months. And but what I'm thinking I should have done was to level the playing field by responding in a way that was just as sweet and nice. You know, something like saying, "Oh, you're so sweet for saying that." That, you know, it wasn't going to be something like, "Oh, bless your little heart." You know, that kind of, we all know what that means. It's already out there. But, you know, just to be really nice and sweet back, and that levels the playing field. I'm being nice too. The witness is seeing she was nice to me, I was nice to her. Okay, now the thing about it is, these days when anybody hears that somebody is sweet, nice, you know, along that line, somebody has used that voice toward them, it means these days they see sweet, nice, innocent, this kind of thing as somebody is, you know, just doesn't have enough. You know, they're not as smart as, they're not, you know, streetwise kind of thing. That they're immature. That's what it often means, is that they're not going to get it. So they will set this up like this. So that way, if they're actually somewhat caught, they can just say, no, she just misunderstood me. The narcissist says about the empath, she just misunderstood me. And they're hinting at that you're immature. Now, when they are doing this, of making you look so immature and that they're so much higher up on it's like I said, it's kind of like subliminal to the witness. But what they're really doing is a twisted smear campaign against you, a twisted form of one. And to the witness, they're actually gaslighting the witness. The witness might not have ever seen you in that light before. Okay, but like I said, it's subliminal. Now, but what they're doing is projection. They are putting off on you what's wrong with them. And the narcissists I've ever seen, they're never mature. They're stuck in a stage earlier, usually not even getting as mature as a rebellious teenager. So they're projecting onto you their own immaturity, you see. Okay, and it truly is just a twisted little game, a whole set of games that they play on people. And they love it because an empath, like I said from the beginning, is someone who's not so dumb, who's smart, who gets it. They don't become the flying monkeys. They don't usually fall for the BS. And they know, the narcissist knows that the empath can expose them, and they don't want that. Okay, but and they work it so a way that no matter what you say, the empath, it's not right. They've twisted it to where it's going to look like you are crazy, or you are mean, you are wrong, not them. Okay, so what can we do? Some people say the gray rock, the no contact if you can, and all that. But I've got a little thing that I've noticed lately with all of this, and I'm kind of curious, am I right or wrong? Okay, now as an empath and let's say a former, or we've been a target before, we know that these people can be dangerous, the narcissistic ones that can be very dangerous, and not just physical, no matter what you do, whether you do something or you don't do something. But I think that the ones who are the histrionics, the ones I see as in their own family, perhaps they were originally the golden child, but then another one came along, another child that took their place, and that other child became the golden child and the narcissist. And the histrionics learned how to play the game with the narcissist. They learned how to play the game all around, where they wouldn't become the scapegoat. They wouldn't become the victim. And they did it by being histrionic. Okay, and some might say that they are like the flying monkeys to a narcissist, the narcissist flying monkeys. I don't know if I would say that 100%, but they know how to play the game. And I've seen this recently, I saw it recently, that a woman I thought was rather histrionic already, and what she did when she first met that narcissistic woman, I watched the whole scene, was that the histrionic woman exaggerated her histrionic behaviors to where I was shocked and surprised at how histrionic she was behaving. But what it does, is, this is just my opinion, might not, one size doesn't fit all, is that the narcissist kind of sees a kindred spirit, in a way, someone who is just as crazy. In other words, she's not, the narcissist isn't going to put it that way in their mind, but it's a kindred spirit, someone who's crazy. The empath, does not look crazy. And they don't get any joy out of making a histrionic look crazy because the histrionic already looks that way and they get away with it, you see? So, now, I don't think that all flying monkeys are histrionics. Scapegoats can also become flying monkeys to the narcissist, so they don't get, they don't become the target of the narcissist. They can, do what flying monkeys do. Watch videos on flying monkeys. But I still think that it's important to watch the histrionics to see how they do this. And what I've seen is that they might not always act like the flying monkey, but they're crazy too. Like I said, kindred spirit for them, for the narcissist. And that way they keep it off of them. Because, narcissists have this sadistic side, many of them do. There's no fun in that, like I said. There's no fun in it to them. There's no sadistic thrill for them to make it, histrionic look crazy. They already do, like I said. Okay, now I'm not suggesting anybody act crazy. Don't put your thumbs in your ears and wave your fingers while giving the narcissist a raspberry in front of your boss or something like that. But I think it's important that we listen and learn and watch and to see, is this what happens? And why do they choose a certain person? I think they choose the people who are smart, who might expose them, and are normal people. Okay? That's what I think they pick. And because their thrill is to make you look crazy. When they do all their crazy making, usually there's no witness, by the way, except for maybe the flying monkey. So what do you think? Leave a comment below. If you want to subscribe, click the circle. If you want to watch another video, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would. And I'll talk to y'all on another video. Bye.